So you just graduated from uni, and you are now ready to move into a new phase of life, to finally pursue your dream career and become a contributing member of society.
Some of the worst unemployment numbers in this country's history.
I hope I can do this job interview. I am feeling a little bit nervous and anxious, but I hope I'll get this job. Did I do well or did I not? I'm so nervous and scared of the result. I'll be working part-time for the time being because I need to survive anyway. It's so hard and tiring. What will happen to me if I fail to secure a stable job? Will I be like them, like the homeless?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce briefly about our topic for today. Work, job, and employment are vital parts of life for many people as they can contribute to an individual's survival. People who work are rewarded in monetary and non-monetary forms. In context of organization, human capital is an important resource as it supports the national growth. Human capital resource must be used effectively to avoid waste of manpower that could affect the nation's economic growth and raises the unemployment rate. Unemployment occurs in all over the world, including Malaysia, and each of them had different rates. For example, according to the statistic by Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development (OECD), unemployment rate in the US increased in October, hitting 3.9%. However, according to another research, US had dropped to 3.7% in November, indicating a robust labor market. Malaysia also faced the unemployment issue as in October 2023, there were 570,999 unemployed people in Malaysia, a 0.5% decrease from September 2023, and the unemployment rate stayed at 3.4%. Unemployment can be defined in various resources, but it can be concluded that unemployment is people who does not have job but available for the work and have an effort to seek for the one. Unemployment issues can be divided into several types, including structural, cyclical, seasonal, frictional, voluntary, and technological. Hence, the issue of unemployment will be discussed in more detail in terms of the problem, the effects of unemployment, and suggested solutions that can be used to overcome this problem.
There are many issues contributing to the unemployment rate in Malaysia. As for July 14, 15,000 graduate or 42% of the job searchers on My Future Job portals are experiencing a problem with skill mismatch. It happens when there are excess of graduates in diverse fields, which leave people with certain degrees without sufficient unemployment possibilities. The misalignment between academic training and the skill set needed by the labour market is one of the major factors for job mismatches. For instance, in Malaysia, having a PhD does not ensure job success. Between 2010 and 2021, the unemployment rate for PhD holders under the age of 35 has increased from 7% to 16%. Next is government policies. Government policies are crucial in Malaysia since they govern every aspect of the country. The Minimum Retirement Age Act 2012 stipulates that an employee must reach the age of 60 years old in order to retire. Therefore, the government must calculate and create the pension trust fund since there are more retirees are enrolling into the pension system each year. This is to ensure that the person who has retired doesn't have to get to work after his or her retirement. However, While some jobs are still need to be filled, most young people are finding it difficult to get employment due to the rising retirement age. There have been rumors floating about lately that the retirement age will be raised to 65 years old. And because there are still people working in some sectors, even if they're old, most young people are finding it very hard to secure a job when the retirement age rises.
Thank you to the previous presenter. The next issue of unemployment is economic fluctuation. The unemployment issue and economic activity have a close relationship. This can be illustrated by Ocken's law of economics, an empirically demonstrated correlation between unemployment and output losses in a nation. According to Ocken's law, the gross domestic product (GDP) will typically decline by 2% for every 1% increase in unemployment. Other researcher claims that growth of economy and unemployment are two sides of the same coin, which is economic activity increases overall production and demands the hiring of more workers to meet the need for the greater volume of goods and services. The researcher also stated that during times of weak economic activity, businesses cut jobs and unemployment rises. The phenomenon indicates that companies were unable to finance the hiring of additional staff. The last issue of unemployment that will be discussed is poor infrastructure. Inadequate transport infrastructure such as roads can make it more difficult to access city with good employment prospects, social networks, and medical services. The Minister of Human Resource, V. Sivakumar, stated that Sabah recorded the highest unemployment rate at roughly 169,800 or 29% of the total of unemployed Malaysians nationwide. Sabah's infrastructure remains inadequate, making it harder for the state government to attract significant investors and provide new job opportunities, which is one of the key causes for the state's high unemployment and poverty rates. Moreover, Sabah is mostly dependent on maritime transport, and its lack of well-established shared road and rail network make it difficult for its residents to commute to work and for goods to be delivered to customers.
Unemployment has caused us some serious implications, not only towards the human capital, but also to the economic growth of Malaysia. These are some of the implications that happen due to unemployment. The first implication is loss of resources and human capital. Previously, we discussed the challenges of unemployment, specifically job mismatch, leading to the depletion of resources and human capital with potential negative effects on overall productivity. In 2022, Malaysia observed a significant increase in graduates, reaching 5.92 million, surpassing the 5.63 million recorded in 2021. However, the employment landscape raises concerns as job opportunities fail to match the growing number of graduates, potentially resulting in job mismatch. This imbalance may force graduates into unrelated roles, impacting productivity. Another implication is low market value among youth. Youth unemployment surged due to a skills gap, prompting questions about the roles of universities, students, and companies. The global skills deficit worsens, impeding young people from meeting current job market demands. Inadequate skills make it tough for youth to secure jobs with companies favoring experience. Moreover, technological advances, particularly artificial intelligence (AI), reduce the market value of youth, displacing human employment. This dual challenge emphasizes the urgent need to tackle youth unemployment.
Thank you to the previous presenter. Now, I will continue with the third implication. Cyclical unemployment is a type of unemployment influenced by cyclic trends in the economic and business industry, which can lead to a slowdown in economic growth and a decrease in demand for products. This can result fewer employees needed to meet low production, leading to the disposal of unneeded employees or those with no active roles in the company. Cyclical unemployment peaks during recessions and decreases during economic expansions. The government must implement measures and policies to support the economy and stimulate growth. Unemployment negatively impacts poverty, homelessness, family cohesion, crime rates, prostitution, alcoholism, negative lifestyle, and depression due to high living costs. Unemployed individuals may experience anxiety, depression, lower self-esteem, and adverse health consequences. Physical symptoms such as loss of appetite, sleep, and sexual interest may also increase. Health problems such as stress, drug use, and suicidal thoughts can also arise. However, unemployment can motivate active job searching and improve family relations. Malaysia's rising young unemployment in Sabah is attributed to inadequate infrastructure which affects the manufacturing chain, leading to an economic deficit and low living standards. Poor infrastructure in the workplace affects work performance, rights to the working process, and the safety and health of employees and employers. The COVID-19 pandemic has exacerbated the unemployment rate in Malaysia, with 2021 being the highest. Infrastructure boosts economic growth by boosting productivity and providing services that improve people's quality of life. It also contributes to poverty reduction by enhancing access to human, social, financial, and natural resources. Without roads and electricity, the industrialization process, which provides employment for the poor, is unlikely to take off. Therefore, the infrastructure is a critical component for poverty reduction.
Many parties play an important role to solve the implications and issues of unemployment. These are some of the suggestions that one can apply to evade the rising problems of unemployment. The first suggestion to reduce unemployment is having more assistance to self-employed people. During the COVID-19 pandemic, many faced job losses due to business closures and downsizing. A viable solution for these unemployed people is self-employment. Universities now prioritize fostering entrepreneurship skills, offering graduates the option to become entrepreneurs. To encourage self-employment, the government can provide financial support through organizations like Teco Nasional. Additionally, ensuring social security for self-employed individuals is crucial. Schemes such as SOCSO's Self-Employment Social Security Scheme, SESSS, and EPF ATHIRAH provide safety nets for accidents and retirement planning, addressing the unique needs of those in the informal sector.
Next, Malaysian government can increase production in agriculture and industrial sectors to create job opportunities. The Industrial Revolution can lead to an increase in the numbers of factories, resulting in more supervisors and workers needed. So, it will indirectly lead to an increase in job opportunities. Besides that, as factories expanded, people moved to the city in pursuit of employment, and it will indirectly improving city planning. In 2018, the data showed that only 1.4% of graduates with agriculture backgrounds were employed in the sector. So modernizing agriculture can attract more young people by creating jobs throughout the supply chains, including logistic providers, researchers, analysts, food technicians, and nutritionists. With proper management, modern agriculture can increase yields and farmer income and creating wealth for future generations. Apart from that, governments can implement policies to overcome geographical immobility such as improving rental accommodation and transport links. Geographical immobility of labour refers to the difficulty and freedom employees face in relocating to find profitable employment. Obstacles such as expensive housing, transportation, social ties, and variation in living costs make it difficult or impossible to relocate. A low rate of new home construction is a key barrier to labour mobility. High living costs and lacks of accommodation and transport also can contribute to structural unemployment, as seen in Sabah, where the highest unemployment rate among youth is 14%. To encourage people to move for better job opportunities, the government can provide specific subsidies to encourage people to move and reduce the unemployment rate in Malaysia.
In summary, the Department of Statistics Malaysia released its statistic of the labour force, which shows that while the unemployment rate remained at 3.4%, the number of jobless individuals fell to 577,000 in August 2023 from 579,000 the previous month. This shows that the unemployment rate can be reduced if the government realises how to handle these problems. There are steps that can be taken to help reduce the rate, and Malaysia has the capacity to reduce this unemployment problem and create a successful future for its people and the country.